Hey everybody, what's up? How are you doing? My name is Miladies here at Galactic Hood Buddha. I am your spirit shifter here, guiding you on your journey towards self-awareness. And when I mean guiding you, is wholeheartedly guiding you. So, we are here ending August, moving into September. And so much has transpired in my life. So I know there's a lot of things transpiring in your life. So I want to first and foremost give thanks, gratitude, and a sense of compassion and love for everyone who is following me on all social media, subscribing, but not just that, even the ones that are not. You guys are somehow, some way getting messages and getting yourself into alignment. Y'all hear the music? I'm in Harlem. New York. And we're doing something. We're either figuring things out, putting things into alignment, or you're really scoping out what is around you and using the tools that you have. And the reason why I say that is because I am connecting with so many people who are now really interested in guiding themselves. We recently had an astrology webinar, and the webinars are intimate for small groups because I'm a projector and it's easier for me to focus on a small group of people rather than to try to manage a large group. And I've done that in the past when I used to work and be an educator at the Parks Department here in New York. Nonetheless, that was that time. And when you begin to learn your energy and who you are and what you're able to do with the gifts and talents that you have, you're able to slow down and allow yourself to really provide the guidance for those who are ready to move forward as opposed to being all over the place, right? So with that being said, it is important for you to always have a notebook for yourself. Allow yourself to write things down when it transpires, all right? Because alongside astrology, tarot, Reiki, and all these different modalities that we use to heal ourselves, we are constantly in transformation, whether we want to or not. And you tend to forget where you was at, what you was doing, and how you may have shifted. These type of moments can give you a space of being in gratitude for your growth. So I personally want to give gratitude to the spiritual community that is out there and the groups that I've been part of, the spiritual services that I've been part of, to be able to come out and still be of service even through multiple grieving moments. Like, for those of you who don't know me, for those of you who don't know me, I will always be sharing from now until who knows, that I had two beautiful dogs and they passed away in a 9-month span recently. And I have been transmuting the energy of grief into a moment of happiness by choice, day to day, through healing modalities, many healing modalities. And I definitely want to give thanks to the Mermaid Gang and Maraha, if I'm saying it's so luxurious that it kind of gets messed up sometimes. Maraha luxury, spiritual luxury. That's Grecia La Bruja Odanes. She is a beautiful Cuban spiritual coach who holds space for the community, whether if you're a spiritual practitioner and have your own group of people that you're guiding. This is a service for the community, for yourself, especially for those of us who are out there being of service, how do you take care of yourself? And so I had to take a step back. My dogs made me realize that they were my spiritual guides, and they were my fitness buddies. They were my guide to stay in a healthy form. So now that they're no longer here, do I still follow those rules and regulations for myself, right? Because it's you guiding yourself. Or do you let yourself go? And when you let yourself go, do you allow yourself to transform? So it's so many things that happen, right? And grief does not necessarily just mean, oh, somebody died or a dog died or a human died. Grief can mean you changing a job. Grief can mean you ending a friendship, ending a relationship. And all those things come into form when you're on your healing journey. And I will have to say for myself that I've been on the process of grieving my entire life. Now, for those of us who are in the Spanish speaking community, there's this thing called novena where we go and we sit and we pray for people who have passed away, right? And you provide them with multiple prayers of love and light, right? Now, I was doing that at a very early age when I was going to the Catholic church with my moms. Like, we would just go to these reunions, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 years old, not really kind of knowing what we was doing. We just had to follow suit because that's what my mother said. Because if not, you ain't follow directions, you would. Now, I mean, back in the days, you would get just smacked. Like, now you smack a kid and it's a problem. I'm not saying to do that. Well, what I'm trying to say is that I got smacked up. All right. You don't want to go to church? Who the you think you are? Right? Hey, I'm here. Back in the day it was BCW. They ain't coming at us, so I'm alive. Nonetheless, we was dragged to church and to these reunions, and we would do these novenas, and we were really, me and my siblings would really go for the food. All right, because there's food. Okay. And but we were doing this. We had to pray the Hail Mary. I know it in Spanish and English. We had to do all of that. And I say this to come to my age now, 38, and recognizing that the whole moral of me learning these things was to come back to this age after trials and improvement to guide people into the space of grief. And it took me a long time to give in to this type of energy because there's so much that I have practiced and offer. But nonetheless, the base of why I created everything is because of grief, right? So with that being said, I do have, since 2019, here we go, grief, my mom's passed away, and I began to utilize my Reiki practitioner tools. I'm a Reiki master. And one of the things that I've done and has been quite successful, and I have not stopped doing it since 2019, which also is a testament to, you know, where I'm at now and how it has helped me through grieving, is a Reiki box. So every month there's a theme, and I have people from around the world. When I tell you around the world, so beautiful. I have 3 Reiki boxes. I have a Reiki box for a theme for adults. I have a Reiki box for children, which is very good for them if they get bullied in school, or it just really assists them in standing up for themselves, having their throat chakra open. Some parents kind of like complain like their kids is like over talking now, but they being expressive, which is really good, especially when you have your kids being babysitted by being, watched, excuse my language at times, being watched by other people, or, you know, you're going through that co-parenting aspect and things like that. It's really good. So anyways, so the Reiki box every month, what is a Reiki, right? So I provide distance Reiki healing, and it's basically a virtual service that allows me and you to connect alongside the community to be able to heal every day. So every day I wake up at 5:30 in the morning. I go back to sleep after that, but I definitely wake up at 5:30 in the morning. And what I do is I connect with this box and I provide, I allow my energy to be a conduit to the angels and archangels. I have Archangel Raphael that assists me in providing Reiki and guidance to those who those who need it and are receptive to it. Right. And for the sick everywhere, even my family in Cuba, because I'm a first generational Cuban here. Everybody else is over there. Well, besides my father, that's it. I send it out there to my family in Cuba, especially with what's going on. But I digress. So what is in the Reiki box is a bunch of crystals, herbs. I am an herbalist, right, at birth, from birth. But nonetheless, I'm a self-taught herbalist, and I use a lot of herbs and spices to be able to connect with us. For example, like I said, I got herbs all over the place, but some of the herbs that I enjoy to use, right? This is, depending on the theme. The theme for September is going to be uplifting the inner child. Most times we're healing the inner child, right? So there's a lot of grieving with the inner child because we be going through a lot of stuff depending on who you are, right? And at the end of the day, where's the upliftment for the inner child? Is one of the things that I've been learning throughout this whole journey is where's the upliftment, right? So this Reiki box is going to be directly in tune with your inner child and uplifting you and providing you with the ability to face those dark sides of you, right? The shadow sides of you, the demon side of you, the abandonment issues, but look at it from an upliftment perspective. And you say to yourself, well, how the hell am I going to do that if some people went through some rough shit? All right. So I'm not saying these 30 days are going to make it disappear. However, when we set an intention and when we provide the space and the energy for ourselves to grieve in that moment, to acknowledge that moment, and to create a different aspect towards that moment now that we are an adult, it opens up doors that you would never have thought of, all right? You become more creative, and listen, you got to align with your passion. So I have people who have became doulas and are now providing birth services for people because they follow their passion, right? Still working in 9 to 5, but going to follow their passion and moving towards whatever that passion is. So your dream is never too small, okay? And first of all, Louise Hayes started her publishing company at 50, all right? And if you don't know who Louise Hayes is, she's excellent subconscious reprogrammer when it comes to self-love. She's an older lady who passed away, and she began healing herself and starting her journey at 50 and continued to shift her energy as she went along and learned herself, which is what I'm here to guide you on, to learn yourself so that you can be able to live the life that you deserve, right? If you want to fly 3 times a year, you want to, like, how do you create that space for yourself? We forget about the how and we just focus on what does it feel like to be in that space. The feeling to what you want to create in your life holds more power than anything in the world. So I use herbs like butterfly pea, right? And butterfly pea is a feminine energy. It's help with transformation. It brings serenity and spiritual success. So for the inner child, I'm going to use different herbs, and I share that with those who join the Reiki box. And the Reiki box is a self-paced journey. Every day at 5:30 in the morning, I wake up, I send you guys energy. As soon as you sign up, you will receive 2 PDFs that provide you with affirmations to say to yourself for the 4 weeks, as well as some suggested activities and brief information on what it is to heal the inner child. I send out 2 emails to connect with you, letting you know how the Reiki box is doing, the energy that I'm feeling in regards to it. But it's something that involves you to also do the work, right? Because it's a community box and you have the ability to guide yourself through this. So I'm initiating that energy in the space for you to move through that energy and allow you to see it for what it is. If you do the suggested activities or not, it would be up to you. Nonetheless, you don't have to wake up and meet me anywhere. We don't gotta call each other. It's something that's really it's sacred to your energy as we connect at a distance. And some people would say, well, how do I feel the energy? How do I know what's going on? For the most part, when it comes to Reiki energy and you're receptive to it, it's provides you with the ability to rest. It allows you to have a sense of clarity. It allows you to emotionally release. There's going to be times where you're going to emotionally release without really understanding where that energy is coming from. We have so much suppressed emotions that we all don't know where it's coming from. This is the reason why we get into arguments with people and do the blame sandwich towards others, because we tend to be in the space of not understanding our own emotions. Okay, so with that being said, the Reiki box, I have my notes here. So like I said, what is the Reiki box? Is distance energy healing that I send every day to you for the duration of the month. So for September, it's going to be for 30 days. You're going to be receiving energy to help you clear out what has been stagnant within you. Reiki does not give you a headache. It does not provide you with energy that you do not want. So if there's a day that you just like, whoa, today I'm okay with the Reiki energy, you can say that to the energy, and the energy will not be in your space at all. Nonetheless, it's for everybody. It's like I said, I have for children, I have even for animals. My dogs were the reason also that I was practicing Reiki, because they were ones that I did not take to the doctor as often, right? And they lived, one for 11 years and the other one for 13 years. And I would use the Reiki energy to provide them with the healing that was needed at the current time. If I had to, then I'll definitely order some medications. But I have a Reiki box for animals. I have a bird and an older dog who's also, if I'm not mistaken, 12 years old. And then I have the children's box. Let me tell y'all, children, oh, I love them so much. I have tools for children as well. If you are in the space of wanting some spiritual assistance with your child, they are all very gifted. And as children, we were shut down from our spiritual gifts and our intuition. And this is a time where if you may not quite connect with the energy of your child, I'm here to assist. There's people out here to assist. If not, use your insurance. Use different alternative healing modalities to be able to assist your kids. Get to know their astrology chart. I have astrology readings for kids too. This can assist you on the parenting aspect, because I am not a child. I am not a mother. I have a nephew and multiple nieces and nephews that I adopted from friends, and the road can be a journey, and I am aware of that. This is why they had me for the moment be a dog mom, right, all this time, so that I can be able to assist y'all with guidance on your children. I was a child myself, and I was a troubled child, okay? And I was a child also who had learning disabilities, right? I spoke two languages, first Spanish and English, so that pushed me back. And I also had an accident when I was in the first grade, which pulled me back also from my learning skills. Nonetheless, I'm here, baby. I'm here and I can read, which, by the way, all of my thoughts on astrology, Reiki healing, inner child. There's over 200 published articles that I write myself where I share personal stories from me. Some are more with backed up research, as well as multiple tips and tricks to be able to guide yourself. So a lot of people always come to me and want to work with me, and then realize that they may not be ready to work with me. There are multiple tools that I have where I share a lot of details. TikTok is one of the places where I really provide a lot of information when it comes to day-to-day affirmations, spiritual baths, my thoughts, and all those aspects. So you can get a lot of content there. YouTube, shout out to YouTube, because YouTube, you guys, I love y'all so much. I really do. You guys really are supportive. I've been on a lot of what I've been doing has been since 2018, 2019, and I am a organic grower. I use hashtags, but for the most part, I'm not out there. Who's my next follower? No, I or just post. I just post. I enjoy sharing what I've been learning, and I also enjoy connecting with people who are dealing with their day-to-day life, doing their best to show up, and still battling with their own demons, and figuring things out for themselves, using different healing modalities, and then, right, having that awareness, right? A lot of people look at me like, I can't believe you said that about yourself. And there's a lot of self-awareness that I have, where I know where in spaces I may be the one who's the problem, right? And you have to be highly aware that you could be the one that's the problem, to remove yourself from a situation and not even blame the other person for being who they are. That takes a lot of internal investigation, and really being true to what your path is, right? And a lot of times we tend to move away from the space of knowing what our path is, because we're surrounded with and saturated with so much that we kind of like forget why we came here, right? Why we're here. Like, some of us hide. Like, I hide at times myself, because it's overwhelming. What's overwhelming to have to take care of myself and then show up and still be in a space of compassion and authenticity, right? You have to come with reality, with the time and space to give other people to shift through that as well. We are all connecting and not connecting, figuring ourselves out, coming together, telling each other everything, and coming back. That was real moment, meaning like a real spacious moment. Some of y'all is gonna get that. Some of y'all is gonna be like, what is she talking about? All right, so coming back here. The other thing that I want to say is astrology wise, we know that is numerical as well as scientifical. So we want to make sure that we check out our astrology chart if that's something that you're into, even to have fun with it, right? Personally, myself, I've been doing this since I was 5 years old. It's just something that's very fun for me to do, for me to dive into it alongside a bunch of other healing tools, such as human design, which is, I've been into human design for the last 6 years, and I've been applying a lot of the human design, just like I apply everything that I was going to say, because I want to make sure that it's correct. Everything that I've studied and that I show up with, I've practiced it myself, because I don't believe in me having some type of information that I have not practiced. You feel me? So with that being said, I with my yoga, with everything that I do, I show up and I practice it. Now, Am I consistent with some of my practices? No. So I'm not going to sit there and say that. Nonetheless, I do jump from practice to practice. And this is one of the things that I do, especially when I'm following the energies. When I follow the energies, I tend to fluctuate when it comes to my self-care practice and personal practice. And that goes a lot with knowing your energy, knowing your elements, right? When you know your elements, you're able to be in a space of knowing how much motivated am I? Like, how motivated am I? Like, some of us may not have that motivation, and we may need to reach out to people to bring us that motivation. But how do you know that if you don't begin to become self-aware? So with that being said, there's going to be some things that I'm going to put on Buy Me a Coffee. There's going to be elemental, that now that I'm speaking about that, elemental astrology webinar that I'm going to be doing September 14th. So sign up. It's really small. So if you do not join or are unable to join, I would advise to join the astrology group. The astrology group, it's $7 a month. And what you get is the webinar. In addition to the webinar, I have different things that guides you to astrology personally, where I do a lot of self-study material where you focus, every month we focus on one area of your life and your natal chart, and you got to practice that within yourself and your family. So that way you'll be able to have a sense of what's happening around you, because always remember that as you're going through this energy, so is your kids, so is your significant other, so is your boss, so is the man from the corner store, everybody, even the bus driver or the person you're driving in front of, just in case you're in another state, because I know that there's people in other states. So a lot of what I'm sharing, you can find it in the description below, or you can find it in the link above, because I'm definitely posting this everywhere. Again, I want to give lots and lots of gratitude for being of service, for those who have been liking the materials, amping me up and pushing me forward. For those of you who are receptive to the funny videos, I know I could be in the space of a comedian. With my natal chart, I practice that. There's a lot that a lot of avenues and paths that I could have taken, but I chose to let spirit guide me, because honestly, every path that I've taken in this moment of life has been guided by spirit. Is literally in a space of like, this opportunity has opened up for me. How can I practice and improve this skill, and let me see what I could do? It truly has not been oh my God, I like to do fitness, let me be a wellness instructor, or wow, let me be an astrologer. Let me tell you, my uncle will be really proud of me if he was alive, but I know he's watching, on this astrology jump that I've been doing. And like I said, it's opportunities that I have taken and honestly played around with it, not really having any expectations. And so many of you have been receptive to it, and I'm very, very, very grateful. Nonetheless, one last thing, I mentioned it on TikTok, and I'm gonna share it here. I am doing a 30-day gratitude journey. So I'm going to do it like this. I'm doing it and I'm showing up for 30 days because I drifted off of that since June. However, I've been still with my affirmations, and a lot of visualizations. I'm more of, the way I manifest is more of a visual. So I have to have my vision boards. A lot of us have different formats of manifesting, and some of y'all might be in a space of manifesting in a space that might not be for you. Some of y'all may need vision boards, while others of you may not need vision boards. All right. So that's something to really look into as well. That way, you can unblock some of that energy so things could be more receptive. We got there. How do I get back? 30-day gratitude. You see, y'all? Keep me here. This is why I have these notes. Because at the end of the day, I'll be 30-day gratitude. So I'm gonna show up every day at 7:00 in the morning, and I'm going to be 10 minutes, and I'm gonna share maybe like 1 or 2 minutes of some type of inspiration, how to start your gratitude. You don't always have to be like, I am grateful for this, I am grateful for that. There's so many ways. I'm not gonna get anything right now, but for the most part, I have notebooks everywhere where I start and start my gratitude, and sometimes I stop, then I pick it back up, and I do all those things. So I want September to be, well, not once. I'm choosing September to be the month to begin the gratitude journey. So that way we can continue to do the asking from the universe, but really build the foundation of our gratitude, which is something that I've been practicing for over 15 years now. And it does sometimes get like, what more can I be grateful for? But don't have me read you what you could be grateful for, right? Because you could be even grateful for your fingernail that didn't break and then it's always breaking. Don't get me started, okay? All right. So with that being said, join me. I'm going to be posting it. Show up, even if it's later on, even if you just put an alarm and set yourself up. But like I said, I'm going to show up. I'm going to be your accountability partner. Okay? That's what I have for now. And follow me on all social medias, Galactic Hood Buddha. Where can we connect the best? Buy Me a Coffee. Buy Me a Coffee is a platform where I provide you guys with lots of juicy, scrumptious, intellectual wisdom and knowledge when it comes to different areas of our lives, from self-care to managing relationships to, you don't know because you're probably not there. So let me say this. Get your ass over there. All right. I tend to enjoy doing a lot of funny videos. TikTok, I enjoy cooking, so I post a lot of things like that too. And my self-care journey, just to let y'all know that I'm just like y'all. And like I said before, I have not worked out since June. A lot of things have pretty much been on the wave lane, and y'all already know it's Virgo season. So Virgo season is like, get your shit together. And I'm just like, I will. Now, I will not be starting my routines until Mercury goes direct, because this is all about, and one thing that I want to share, this is like a bonus. Imagine yourself from right now doing these, like use visualization to put yourself in a space of already exercising, of already eating in the space that you want to eat, right? There's no right or wrong way of eating. It's just how you feel comfortable eating, okay? Put yourself in that space. What feels right? I use my body as an experiment to see what's good for my body and what's not in the moment. I'm an intuitive eater. So I'm not going to sit here and tell you to be this, that, and the third. Fuck that. I don't have time for that. What I do have time for is to provide you with tips and tricks to be able to get to know your body a bit better and to ask your body fucking questions and to really savor, right? When I eat, I don't watch TV. I don't do anything. I'm an intuitive eater. I sit there, like, unless I'm sitting in front of somebody. And most times when the food is good, people ain't even talking, all right? We all focus on our food. And I'm a slow eater as well. I learned to do that, but all right, I digress. The more important thing about when you're getting yourself in a space of a new habit, right? You have to get ready to know that this is going to at least be for 21 days, because that's how habits stick, right? You don't know about it, read about it. 21 days it takes for a habit to stick, right? The next thing is to really put yourself in a space of setting the bare minimum bar for yourself so that you can be able to surpass that and give yourself some kudos in the back. I don't give a fuck if you used to be a triathlon, marathon, X5. I don't care. Listen, that was you back then. We starting a new journey. So as you start this new journey, Pay attention to the body that you have right now, not the body that you used to have. Can you get there? More than likely. But can you focus on the body right now? Yeah. Thank you. So with that being said, be in the present moment and really tune into your body so that you can be able to know how to build your habits. Because a lot of us have been releasing a lot of emotional baggages, which means a lot of weight has come off. A lot of, a lot has been shutting, and that talks about your personality, your characteristics, and all these other tits and bits. So for the most part, be in the space of honoring yourself, all right? Honor yourself and what can you do right now in the moment, and visualize all of that. And once Mercury go into direct, right, allow yourself to begin that journey. And as you begin that journey with all the other aspects that are surrounding us, it's going to stick. But the most important thing is to start, right? Visualize, start, and begin to set your routine for this. Listen, we got this. You've done it before. For whatever reason, it was important. And if you haven't, this is the time. Let's do this. Don't make me start a YouTube channel just for challenges. All right. I love y'all so much. And I'll catch y'all because I'm going to be showing up every day. So, yeah, and in 2 days, we're going to be seeing each other every day. Like, all right, I love y'all.